Hey gang, Joyce with Skipping Calves Farms here. Um, this is kind of another video where I'm going, oh yeah, this is a chore people might be interested in, but I've got nothing to show them. Well, let me show you what I can't show you. What are you looking at? You're looking at a catfish, a can of Friskies cat food, an empty Friskies cat food can with a frozen blueberry waffle, blueberry don't matter, and a bunch of ants on it. And the whole thing looks orange because I put a bunch of orange soda in there. What are you doing, Joyce? That is a fire ant bait. Okay. Well, what's the bait? 20 Mule Team Borax sprinkled over all of the waffle and dissolved into the orange soda. Well, why do you put all of those things together? Well, it's not anything I came up with. I was watching a video a while back, which means it was a few years ago, and the guy was a gardener, a nurseryman, who sold a lot of potted plants. And anytime the ants would come in and start a nest in one of his potted plants, he couldn't sell it. And, you know, if you don't get the queen and you don't deal with some nasty chemicals, what are you going to do? So he's the one who came up with the recipe. I just added the Friskies cat food can because it works great for me for just stuffing the waffle in there. Now, if you'll remember, it's been a little while ago now, I guess a month or so. My neighbor helped me put some crusher run gravel over the top of my 2x, you know, the coarser gravel. And I had done that a long time ago at the bottom half of my driveway, Thanksgiving COVID year. But it hadn't gone any further than the tires on the semi, so none of this had ever had crusher run on it. And the clay, the soil between the coarser rock that you can kind of see there, whoops, see if I can, you can see the coarser rock, there's a lot of red between it. That was all washing out. Anyway, it was time to get it done, and he graciously offered to help me. But there was a great big fire ant hill right here, so he just paved over it. Well, it took him a couple weeks to dig through what he had done, and in the meantime, I don't know if you can kind of see it, but there's kind of like a little line that goes over here. You can kind of see like a shadow, and there's kind of a shadow that kind of comes over here. Well, those are the ants extending the nest over here to this 2x4 and over there to that 2x4. Yeah, not good. And you can see the bigger rock. Oh, I didn't even look. I forgot about it over there. You can see the difference. See how big the rock is? And there's a lot of clay exposed. Yeah, well, that's why we ended up doing this. So, okay, Joyce, what's your point? All right. The point is this. He tried everything to get rid of fire ants and couldn't until he came up with this. And I do apologize, sir. I don't remember your name or website. By doing the frozen waffle, there's enough. What the fire ants will do, because of, you know, I'm not sure, probably I'm just assuming, because of the fact that it's a carbohydrate and because of the fact of the nature of the frozen waffle texture, it maintains its integrity long enough for the fire ants to take it back into the nest and feed it to the queen. Because if you don't kill the queen, you'll never get rid of the nest. And we've had a few days of warm weather. We're going to have another couple more days of warm weather. And then we're going to get back down into the 20s and 30s at night, which means the colony's going to go back down into the ground and kind of go dormant. So that's why I did it right now, because before it's been too cold. They haven't really done very much. They just did this in the last less than a week that we've had warmer weather. Yeah, that's pretty amazing. They are really pretty cool critters. You know, Bible talks about, you know, the industry of the ant versus the cricket. I think it's in Proverbs, which was written by King Solomon, who they claim is the wisest man in the world, or ever in history. Anyway, so let's go down and look. So I did not touch the nest. You do not want to disturb the nest. You do not want to put it right in the heart of the nest. So if you, as you can kind of see, you can see where this is all clean, and over here you see you got a lot of orange and smaller little grainy sandy stuff, and all those holes are air holes that are going down into the original nest. And so I put this right here, and you can see, look, if you can see this hole right there, ants are coming and going out of. See, they're coming and going, and they're getting up on the can, and they're feeding on the can. And Lord willing, and the creeks don't rise, they'll get enough borax that goes down into the collective, into the colony, to kill back a number of them, but not until they feed it to the queen. And once the queen dies, then the colony dies off. If the queen doesn't die, I think ants do it kind of a lot like bees do. They can take a regular worker and turn it into a larval queen. I'm not sure about that, but I think that's correct. That's one reason why they're so hard to kill, because they've always got larval queens coming along. So even if you kill most of the hive, they'll take a queen and move to a new place. I don't have as many fire ants as I used to. I think it's for a couple main reasons. Number one, I have livestock, and they're always disturbing them. And number two, my soil is getting healthier. And so I think they've just moved on. Because most insects are the cleanup crew of the plant realm. And so you will find that as you improve the health of your soil and the nutrition and health of your plants, your insect pressure will become less significant, and your disease pressure on your plants will become less significant. Why? Because they have what nature, or as a friend of mine puts it, God and Granny gave you. They've got the wherewithal, they've got the chemistry, they've got the nutrients, they've got the energy to go ahead and fight off whatever it is that's attacking them, whether it's an insect infestation or a disease infestation, which is essentially a microbial infestation. Well, guess what? Nature doesn't like a vacuum, so if you don't have healthy microbes, guess what's going to fill the vacuum? Unhealthy microbes. So the phone is moving because the wind is blowing like crazy. So with that, gang, I'm going to go take care of a couple of things and then run an errand. So I wish you blessings for the day, and whatever you do, just keep chasing the dream.